That's why ET on the Atari 2600 sucks so hard, it makes King Kong on the DS look like Turok in the N64. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember to please like, comment, and subscribe. As for me, well, I need a drink. Well, that's it for this one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Unless you have booze, I don't give a fuck. Hello?
Brad, drop whatever you're doing! I need your help right now!
Alright, what the fuck do you need help with?
I am so fucked right now!
How?
I need a video for the last Monday of 85 years of Kong, but I've got nothing! You need to make something fast! Ah! God, I've been up my ass with game requests since the King Kong video games episode.
Can't you just upload my old Diddy Kong review or something? It has the word Kong in it.
Yeah, this is 85 years of Kong, not Rare Month. Don't you keep up with the channel? Okay, whatever, that's not important. Bottom line, make a review ASAP right now or you're fired.
Okay, for fuck's sake. I don't know what I'm gonna review, but I'll have to come up with something. Haven't you reviewed all the Kong games already?
I don't know, review a Donkey Kong game I haven't reviewed or something.
Jack, I got an idea. I'll talk later. Goodbye. I know I have something somewhere. Oh, I forgot I had this. This should work perfectly. Let's pop this fucker in. Alright, I put this fucker in. Let's get started. This is Donkey Kong 64. So, what is there to say about Donkey Kong 64? Well, it is basically a big collectathon like Banjo-Kazooie, but not as good. Let me explain. The collecting part of the game is fine and even a little fun, but the platforming is where this game starts having problems. The camera is a big issue in this game due to the poor angles the camera puts you in, causing the platforming to be difficult. An example of this is in the temple in the Angry Aztec. You go into a small temple to rescue Tiny Kong. In order to do that, you have to enter his Diddy Kong and hit his button. Once the button is hit, that's when the pain in the ass starts and you have to jump on these tongues, which trust me is easier said than fucking done due to the shitty camera angles. Hell, my character Herb did better camera work. Once up there, you have to shoot the peanut button to bring out a big tongue path to walk across. This path is a fucking nightmare. The camera fucks you so bad that it's bullshittingly hard to get across. Not to mention at the end of the path, you have to stop and do a big jump by pressing Z and then A. And this wouldn't be a problem if you had time to fucking do it all. The tongue gets sucked back in within like 10 seconds and you're fucked. I took like 50 tries to do this bullshit. Fuck. Shit. God's sake, I just started this review and I'm already pissed off. Well, let's get into the fucking plot and calm down a little bit. The plot of the game is pretty simple. You started out as Donkey Kong, and the goal is to rescue your kidnapped family members. Man, Mario never got over that rivalry in the Donkey Kong arcade game, did he?
Oh, this is for all of the battles you threw at me, asshole.
Once a family member is rescued, they instantly become a playable character who you need to use in order to advance forward into the game. As stated before, the game is a collectathon, meaning in order to do things in the game, you need to collect things along the way. You collect different bananas with every Kong, so like yellow bananas for DK, red bananas for Diddy, and purple bananas for Tiny. If you collect 75 bananas, you receive a medal. If you collect 15 medals, you can give them to Cranky Kong, who then lets you play Rareware's first game, Jetpack. Now, if this was just an Easter egg, I would love it, but this is a needed part of the game to beat, as once you beat Jetpack, you get the Rareware coin, which is needed to open the final boss door. You also have to beat the original Donkey Kong in the third level, Frantic Factory, to earn a Nintendo coin for the same purpose. Why couldn't they just make these Easter eggs? This is like in order to beat Ocarina of Time, you have to beat the first two Zelda games. It is just inconvenient and stupid. They could have made more fucking sense if they were just Easter eggs. Anyways, bananas are also used to unlock the final boss doors in every level, so they're pretty necessary to collect. You also have to collect banana coins. These are used to buy your weapons, instruments, and power-ups. I have to mention this though, when buying your instruments from Candy Kong, it's making it sound really sexual when buying them. And I mean, just look at this. Look closer, insert Kong here, and let me show you how to play with your instrument. I mean, I've seen King Kong mess with Jessica Lange and make sweet monkey fuck to Lady Kong, but this is fucking ridiculous. The whole conversation to her is like a big innuendo, like, isn't this supposed to be a kid's game?
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
You know what I say? Fuck the children.
It's a small complaint at best, as it really doesn't affect the game. Last main thing to collect are golden bananas. These are used to unlock levels. Speaking of levels, let's talk about them. We've only been able to play through a handful of them. but I must say most of the levels are pretty enjoyable, my favorite being Frantic Factory, mainly because there are a lot of puzzles and mini-games, both of which I personally enjoy, except for Beaver Bother. Let that impossible piece of shit rot in the pits of hell where it belongs! One thing I really enjoy about this game is the amount of characters you can play as. Having multiple characters to play as wasn't something you saw too often at this point in gaming, especially having 5 characters to choose from. Aside from Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, we're introduced to 3 other characters, Linky Kong, Chunky Kong, and Tiny Kong. My favorite of the bunch though is Linky Kong. Why? Well, instead of being able to walk on his hands, he just stands around and gives that it ain't gonna suck itself pose.
Well, it ain't gonna suck itself. Well, what are you waiting for?
If someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
You're right, Sonic. That's no good at all. Just like your last 15 years of fucking games.
Aside from that, the rest of the characters are great in their own ways, and I love them. Bosses in this game range from easy to fuck the hell off, you goddamn asshole, I hate you and I hate this fucking game, fuck my life, rest in peace. Yeah, Mad Jack. This Jack in the Box thing has gotta be one of the hardest bosses imaginable. You have to play as Tiny Kong and fly from square to square as the Jack in the Box is chasing you. Once Mad Jack stops, you have to go to the switch that is on the same color he is standing on. So if he is on a blue square, you hit the switch on the blue square, and same with the white. Sounds easy enough, but this fucker is so fast that it is super hard at some points to stay away from him. Not to mention the camera is a pain in the ass at some points in this level, causing you to fall off the fucking squares. Ass! Fuck! Anyways, there's really only one other thing worth mentioning before we wrap this up, and that's the soundtrack. Grant Kirkhope, who I've met by the way, did an amazing job here, giving every level its own unique feel and style, and I honestly can't get enough of this soundtrack. I don't even have a favorite, I just love them all equally, and definitely feel this is some of Grant's best work. Overall, DK64 is a wonderful game. It's fun, challenging, and manages to keep me engaged long enough that I never feel bored. However, its flaws and difficulty at times make the game a bit of a pain in the ass, and because of that, I feel it is slightly worse and doesn't hold a candle to the original Donkey Kong Country games on the SNES. If the developers would have took a little more time to flesh out the details and did just a few things differently, we would have a masterpiece on our hands, and a great collectathon slash platformer. However, I feel this game is still worth an 8 out of 10.
And that guy is Donkey Kong 64. A pretty solid game, but it has a lot of camera angle problems as well as just general frustration. I just want to thank you all so much for watching, and I especially want to give a big thanks to BigJackFilms for letting us put not only our reruns of old reviews, but our new reviews right here on the BigJackFilms channel. We really appreciate him giving us this opportunity as we are trying to get a bigger audience over on my channel, which is Studio 95. You can go and check that out either by clicking the link at the end of the video or hitting up the link down below. But that's going to do it for now, guys. My name is Bradley Dunn, aka Studio 95 on YouTube. I have to go and do some more videos now. So see you in the next one. Take care.